Now, we have some super good viewer comments and mails.
Super good?
Super good. Some of the best we've ever had. So thanks in advance, because we want you to keep these coming. First up, Drawn Steel Hero had some stuff to say about our playback video for the D&D Dice Masters.
Oh, yes.
And we talked a little bit about possibilities of mixing, particularly with the Yu-Gi-Oh set.
Right, I mentioned how something said it can't get hurt by things that had the word dragon in the title and the green dragon.
I didn't remember, so I'm impressed that you remember that. Their suggestion was, they said actually in D&D and Yu-Gi-Oh, there are two types of cards call themselves monsters, so you could easily mix those that way. And they also suggested if mixing D&D with Marvel or DC, it's just replacing the word evil with villain and vice versa,
right.
Making those the same as an easy thing. You might have heard a dog barking in the background.
Yes.
Just ignore it. And there was also a point in the video, I don't know which type of thing this was in D&D Dice Masters, where it had a symbol that looked like the medical with the snake and the going
Oh,
on
yes,
the
it was either the rogue or the cleric.
We have, Drawn Steel Hero informs us the proper term for that is a caduceus.
Oh, yes.
Or the caduceus, I don't know. But just so you know, that's what it is. So we appreciate that, thank you. Rico Cordova says they're going to start using walrus play in everyday use.
Now that isn't a walrus play.
No, it's not. Keep this movement going. Walrus play must spread.
We'll make it the next meeple.
Yes. Say yay to walrus play.
Okay, now it's done.
Banners, shirts. We need shirts. Keep that spread. Jeff Bray, Jeff with one F. I'm not going to judge you. Had some stuff to talk to us about. Oh, this is from way back. We talked about the Android mainframe game that's coming out.
Oh, yes. By the way, that was one of the reasons why when you said the Munchkin thing, I'm like, I'm happy that they're spreading the Android Netrunner around.
It's funny because anyway, the last half I was like, what are some games that he would never believe?
No, that actually made it more possible.
That's true. There was Android mainframe. Well, we said we were pretty sure this was probably a reskin of an old game. In fact, it is. It's a re-implementation, at least, of a game called Bauhaus from just a few years ago, which looks very similar with the grids on the board, but it's very abstract. It's all just shapes and lines. No spies or cyborgs or hacking.
Oh my.
Ken Shockley, you'll like this one. Did
he disagree with you? Because
No.
I would love that.
You may not. Well, you'll see. We were talking about the Watchmen expansion last week for DC deck building game.
Oh, yes.
And how we hadn't tried Crysis 3.
But I thought it looked like it might have been just a better version of it.
He said you must try the Crysis 3 expansion ASAP. It's designed thematically, at least, to be used with Forever Evil. And he said,
oh, yeah. No, I couldn't even... I've looked through the cards. Because the whole thing is... you played Forever Evil, so you remember. You know how it has the victory tokens.
Right.
A lot of things are you actually use them to pay. Which was really cool. In fact... Lex Luthor's Crysis card is pay 6 to get another Crysis card as an ability. So you can get multiple cards. It's fantastic.
That sounds good and scary.
Yeah, the problem is just getting the people.
Right. You mean the real people
yes,
together
to
play it. Well, Ken said, how good is it? It's so good.
Okay.
Jonathan might actually like it. And then he had a winky face.
No, I definitely think, even the Watchmen one, I think you would like more, because I think you'd love the idea that there's more than just... Because on your turn, you're actually thinking not just buying what's for you, but maybe buying to stop or maybe to help.
I think we've just played the base so many times, and we almost have... At least I have almost never played with the expansions, so...
No,
Yeah.
I definitely think you're the one that I wanted to play with. It's just that conveniently I happened to have 4 people before when you weren't there. I'm like, I gotta at least get the Watchmen in.
Right, for sure. I don't blame you. We haven't been playing a lot of games lately. People have been scarce and we've been busy. We talked about the Descent. We weren't sure whether or not you needed the main box to play with the expansions.
Right.
You definitely do. Raphaelis 13 set us straight. Because the main box also has the condition cards, the search deck, item deck, tokens, and a lot of the other expansions draw from monsters in the base that they don't have figures for, so you definitely really do need that base. Good to know. Always like it when our viewers do our research for us. Really makes our lives a lot easier. And finally, very special comment, we talked about the new version of Star Realms. White Wizard Games actually replied and said thanks for covering, and they said, fans wanted a fantasy version of Star Realms, so they're giving them what they
I'm not
want.
saying it's not a bad choice. It's just
For sure. We were just, we were okay. And if you Star Realms for a 4-player game, they recommended adding the Colony Wars expansion to the base.
Oh yeah, they just came out with Colony Wars, and I think it's Colony Crysis.
Yes, that's
the
right.
other one. No, I'm very excited about those because Star Realms is one that I think at least the people I'm around play a lot, like to play a lot.
And we also said we wanted to play Epic more.
Oh God! Yes.
They said you definitely should because they just recently announced a $10,000 prize tournament for Epic. So I don't know if I'm assuming Star Realms also probably has tournament plays because that would be kind of fun to watch.
No,
and Epic
they would be, but I think
because it's
Epic's perfect for it because
it's that Magic
really
style.
Yes, and like I said, that's why I want to play Epic with the people I used to play a lot of Magic with because it really captures that. I think the feeling you get if you play a lot of limited Magic, you'll get packs of cards and usually maybe early on you'll be like yeah, then you'll just be like.
You get a lot of duds in with the good stuff.
In this, I don't feel like the duds are as common.
So even if, from my perspective, I wouldn't want to play because I'd be bad at it and just watch. But you get to see a lot more exciting.
I remember every time you whenever you're getting, you're just like, and I loved it. And the fact that you won and did well, and also you don't feel stupid for picking a card because the colors don't matter as much. So there's a whole different strategy. I think
more variety.
Really smart move. I'm wondering if their tyrants will be involved. If you remember, they just came out with that too.
Maybe they'll have a different sect for tyrants play and original play. That would be kind of cool.
No, I think it's perfect. I love the tournament play because also the games themselves are cheap, so you can watch or maybe play and be like, this is fun. I want to grab a copy for myself.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I really do think overall White Wizard is just staying on track.
So we appreciate it. Any other publishers that are watching our video and want to lather us with praise, please.
Or let us know when we were wrong.
Lather us with praise? That can't be right.
We're just going to zip that close.
Made me barf for some reason.
Oh, that reminds me. You told me someone commented about Transformers.
Oh, I forgot about that comment. I thought I copied that one in there. Did I miss it?
Yes.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
I forgot it. See, this is why we keep rolling, because this happens. Kenton Matos, I don't know how you're saying your name, sorry. We had talked about licensed games.
And I mentioned how I want a Transformers board game, in which he responded, what about Transformers Risk? Which, fair point. I should reiterate, I would like to see a game that's started, where Transformers really gets in, not just... I don't consider usually most Monopoly, anything with the word Monopoly or Risk in it, because it's usually just a quick reskin.
Right. Although, to be fair, not having played Transformers Risk, but knowing about now Star Wars Risk, some of those Risk games I think tend to skew a lot more than the Monopoly versions do. Yes. I still wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket, but
my problem with
you never know. Yeah.
That was because I'm almost certain it's based off the movie, which is true. If I had to choose a Transformers franchise, it wouldn't be that one. I would love to see more. No? Almost most of the other ones, really, to be honest.
You sure it wouldn't be the top of your list? But you want a real. The Fantasy Flight Transformers.
Yes, and I did mention Legendary, and you may argue that that's a reskin, which that's a fair point. But to me, Legendary captures a lot more of Risk. Usually is you're moving troops that happen to be robots, and you're not really playing with Optimus, you're not playing with Megatron, you're not playing with Bumblebee.
Right.
But Legendary, that's what you're doing.
There's a system in place to give you those differences.